It's Democrat cancel mania, insurrection mania of the left as they remove Maine bars Trump from the 2024 state ballot. This just happened last night. So now it's all the rage, kids. It's like, remember when the hula hoop came out, the pet rock, mood rings, macrame, giant heavy glass bowl ashtrays from the 70s. It's all the rage. Cancel Trump off every state you can. This happened in Maine. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is where all the happy patriots are. We're happy because this stupid move is not going to work. It only reveals what the Democrats are. And anytime you get the truth out, when the truth prevails, the truth exposes, the sunlight shines on who these Democrats are. They're not even Democrats. They don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in voting. They don't believe in rules. They don't believe in courts. They don't believe in the Constitution. And everything they said about Trump being Hitlerian, being an insurrectionist, being foul, they're worse. They don't believe it. Welcome to An Exile. Let's get to the news. Well, that first headline broke out. These three headlines. The Guardian, Maine disqualifies Trump from presidential primary ballot, citing insurrection clause. The New York Times, Maine bars Trump from 2024 primary ballot, joining Colorado. The Independent, Trump blocked from Maine's primary ballot by Secretary of State. What actually happened in Maine? Well, some would say this New York Times headline, the year we stopped being able to pretend about Trump. This is Democrats. This is the year they stopped pretending that they believed in the Constitution. This is the year that they stopped pretending that they believed in handling Trump with the rule of law. The story of 2023 wasn't the search for another Republican leader, but the party's embrace of the one it already has. What do you mean Republicans' party has embraced one that already has? Republican Party is not embracing Trump. Here's a headline. The RNC pitches donors on its convention. It's not about Trump, they conclude. Does that sound like they're supporting Trump? The Republican Party is terrified of Trump. The Republican Party is holding their nose, trying desperately to get Ron DeSantis or Nikki Haley in. No, this isn't the year that the Republican Party is embracing Trump. But let's go back to the question, though. What exactly happened in Maine? Well, Shenna Bellows, Maine Secretary of State, removed Trump from the state's presidential primary ballot under the Constitution's insurrection clause, again, which is anti-constitutional. Her decision only applies to the March primary election, and her decision can be appealed to the state's courts. So they're going to appeal it. I mean, they haven't announced it yet, but they have to appeal this thing. The record establishes that Mr. Trump, over the course of several months and culminating on January 6, 2021, used a false narrative of election fraud to inflame his supporters and direct them to the Capitol. He's like got these mind-altering powers suddenly, and prevent certification of the 2020 election and the peaceful transfer of power, Bellows said in the statement. This has never been proven. I don't think it's even been demonstrated. I mean, you can look at what Trump said, peacefully march, and they said that he was really psychically sending out his waves like Aquaman talking to a giant manta ray. No, 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 no.
Aquaman.
His signals went out and manipulate all these voters. So though he said peacefully walk over, he really meant, guys, march over there and take power. If you wanted someone to march over and take power en masse, you would directly tell them, guys, it is time. March over there. We're overturning this thing. I'm going to be your president. That's what he would have said. He didn't say that. He said, march over peacefully. So kind of a dumb choice of words if you're trying to take over the world. She added, I likewise conclude that Mr. Trump was aware of the likelihood for violence and at least initially supported its use, given he both encouraged it with incendiary rhetoric and took no time to actually stop it. Again, they're saying he predicted the future. And now they're running this lie up to the courts. It's all they're saying is we're believing our own lie we've been saying for years. they're going to be called out on the national level for the lie. And this includes Republicans are going to be called out who repeat the same lie that Trump intended violence. You can't know that, and therefore I can't know that. Only God can know intent. And these people claim to have divined and learned intent about Trump. You don't know it. And that's why he's never been charged with formal insurrection. Where lawsuits have, here's the other states where the lawsuits have been dismissed. Ballot changes have been dismissed in Florida, Michigan, Minnesota, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. CNN Politics says risks of U.S. electoral chaos deepen after Trump is barred from another state ballot. You always know I like to quote the enemies of Trump. They tell a better truth. It's more true. Listen to Chris Christie here. Republican presidential candidate Chris Christie told CNN this morning on Friday that actions like those in Colorado and Maine make the former president a martyr. That's even Chris Christie, the enemy of Trump, saying, guys, you just made him a martyr. And now this is going to backfire. I'm only here for the politics, guys. This is going to make Trump win even more marketing. Trump didn't have to, he has to spend a dime on defense attorneys, but they're cheaper than ad buys. You know, they're cheaper. He's doing great. He's getting the polls, getting what he wants. Republicans are slowly uniting around him. And now even his enemies are coming around and going, guys, we can't let this happen to this guy. We got to put him in office. I'm dug in exile.